In today's video, I'm going to show you how I'm going to invest £20,000 into the stock market. Now, before we go any further, I want to say I'm not a financial advisor, so always make your own investment decisions and always do your own research before you invest money in anything, because you need to understand the risks. And like with all investments, it's very easy to lose all of your money if you're not careful. So with that being said, let's get straight into the video. Now, this is what I'm going to be doing with £20,000. And for those of you that are probably wondering how I've even got £20,000 to invest in the first place when I'm currently out of work, and that is by taking some equity out of one of my investment properties. Now, I've had my investment properties for around about 7 years now, and they have increased in value quite substantially over that period of time. Now, I'm going to be releasing some equity, and when you release equity, it is tax-free. So you don't get taxed on that equity, and I can use that equity to invest in whatever I like without getting taxed on it, which is a really cool way of being able to diversify while still holding on to my investment properties. Now, I've mentioned in many videos before that my allocation to precious metals is very, very high now compared to my overall portfolio. The percentage that I have locked up in silver and in gold is starting to become a little bit more weighted towards the higher percentage of my overall portfolio, even outweighing my investment properties combined. Now, I want to level that out a little bit, and that is why I'm really going to be focusing on the stock market for the next couple of years. I'm going to put a little bit of a pause on my precious metals buying, and I'm going to be focusing on building my allocation within the stock market again. Now, you can see this is my current stocks and shares ISA. You can see that at the top there on the top right, it says my remaining balance. Now, that remaining balance means how much I can invest in my stocks and shares ISA before April 2027 for it to be tax-free. So with a stocks and shares ISA, £20,000 is the limit that you can invest every single year. Now, I believe that is due to change within the next couple of years, and there's talks that they're going to drop that right down to 12,000. So this is why I really want to start this year and take advantage of that larger allocation. Now, you can see that my current holdings are Apple, Lucid, and an S&P 500 index tracker. Now, I'm going to completely revamp this whole portfolio. I haven't looked and really done anything to this portfolio for quite some time now. And that is why I'm going to have a little shuffle around. I'm probably going to sell a couple of things from this portfolio, and then I'm going to be buying some more. Now, in the past, I used to focus mainly on individual stocks. And that is where I've lost a lot of money in the past, by gambling essentially on companies performing well. Now, the approach that I'm going to use this time round is focusing mainly on index funds. And that is because, in my opinion, they're the safest way to invest over a long period of time in the stock market. An index fund is basically a group of companies. So instead of investing in, let's say, Apple, for example, and only having exposure to one company, you're relying on that one company performing well for your overall portfolio to perform well. I'm going to invest in index funds where you have a whole array of companies, and if we use the S&P 500 for an example, that has around about 504 companies within it. So you're spreading your risk across all of those separate companies. So if one of those companies was to perform badly, then the other ones that are performing well will help the overall fund perform well over a long period of time. So that is why I'm going to be taking a new approach. I'm not going to be focusing so heavily on individual stocks. But with that being said, I am going to buy probably 3 or 4 individual stocks within this buying period. And then the rest, like I said, is going to go into index funds and ETFs and things that have a larger diversification. Now, this series is going to be filmed over the next few weeks and even the next few months. So I'm going to compile all of these kind of shorter videos into one long form video, because I don't want this channel to become all about the stock market. I do still heavily believe precious metals is one of the greatest investments that you can be in. It has stood the test of time, and it has performed very, very well since I've been investing in precious metals. So I don't want my whole channel to completely rotate to the stock market. That's not what's going to happen here. But many people have reached out and said to me they would like to see my other investments and what type of investments I invest in. So I thought I'd just do this one video and link all these smaller kind of videos that I'm filming via my phone together, just to kind of show you what I'm going to be doing over these next few months. So let's start by explaining what I'm going to do with the portfolio that you can see here. And you can see, like I said, I've got 3 holdings currently. Now the Apple and the S&P 500, they're going to stay exactly how they are. I'm going to be adding a little bit to the Apple, and I'm going to be adding a tiny little bit to the S&P 500. But the Lucid I'm actually going to sell. You can see this stock has performed extremely badly since I've been holding it. I've actually invested over £6,000, nearly £7,000 into Lucid. £6,717 I've invested into Lucid, and that has gone down 84.23%. So pretty much all of my money has been wiped out by investing into Lucid. Now Lucid is an electric vehicle company. It's a very new and up and coming electric vehicle company. It's not been around for that long at all. And there was a lot of hype around it when it first came out. Everyone was saying it's going to be the new Tesla and all this sort of stuff. So I got a bit caught up in the FOMO and in the hype. And I didn't go blindly into it. I did do quite a lot of research into the company, and I liked the vision that they had and the future that the company has. And I still do think it could perform well over a long period of time. But for me to be able to recover that 84% loss is going to take many, many years. So right now it's really slowing down my mindset with this new portfolio. Just logging in every day and seeing that 84% down is very demotivating. And although it's a reminder of how careful you do have to be in the stock market, I just don't want it in my portfolio anymore. So I'm actually going to be selling Lucid at a loss. And when I sell, I'm going to be losing around about £5,658 by doing that. I'm going to lock in just over £1,000, but still a huge loss. So that is what I'm going to do. I'm not going to wait it out. I'm not going to hold on to it. I know you only lose money when you sell. And a lot of people say you should continue to add if you believe in a stock whilst it's down. But for me, 84% down, there's so much time that is needed for that stock to fully recover. And I just don't believe in it as much as I once did. So that is going to be coming out of the portfolio. So that is going to be sold. I've actually got a pending order on that currently. We go to my pending orders. You can see I've already executed that to completely sell the 262 shares that I have. So when that goes through, that will come out of my portfolio and just leave Apple and the S&P 500. Now I am going to be adding the complete amount that I can into this stocks and shares ISA, which is the full £19,850. I believe I need to minus about £300 because I do have another stocks and shares ISA on another platform that has about £300 to £350 worth of stock in it. And although this says that this is my remaining balance, it doesn't take into account any other ISAs that you hold. When you're opening stocks and shares ISAs, the £20,000 allowance is across all of those separate ISAs. You don't get £20,000 allowance for every single ISA that you open. So you do need to remember, if you have multiple ISAs open on different platforms, you do need to tally how much you have in total across all of those platforms and deduct that from your £20,000. Very important that you do that and keep track. And that is why it is more complicated to have multiple ISAs, because it gets a little bit messy. Right, so we've just added £19,500. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to show you how I'm going to invest this. Now that pending order for Lucid has now completed, and I transferred pretty much the entirety of that sale from Lucid into PayPal. You can see if we go to details, that brought me 30 shares of PayPal for $995 each. Next, we're going to start adding some more index funds. Now the first index fund we're going to be adding is Invesco's Market Solar Energy. And the ticker symbol for that is RAISE. And this is basically an index fund that invests in solar energy companies. Now for me, I think solar is going to be a very large industry, especially in the up and coming years, as the countries all over the world start to go green. So I won't go too much into the actual fundamentals behind the fund right now, but I will do that in a future video if you're interested. I'm literally just going to be adding £1,000 including charges, into this index fund. Now this is just the buy limit to make sure that it still executes. I'm just going to do it. Let's do 2500. There we go, 3% above the buy price. This is because I'm buying these when the market's closed, so it's just making sure that it executes when the market's open again tomorrow. So that is the first thing we're going to be adding to the portfolio. The next thing we're going to be adding is ticker symbol ECAR, ECAR. And that again is another index, an ETF, exchange traded fund, which is tracking multiple different electric vehicle companies. So again, I think electric vehicles are the future. By 2035, I believe it is, in the UK, petrol vehicles and diesel and basically combustion vehicles will no longer be allowed to be sold. So every vehicle that will be sold new will be an electric vehicle. So that is why I decided to invest in an ETF that tracks multiple car companies instead of trying to pick the individual ones like I did before with Lucid, trying to work out which ones are going to last and which ones aren't. So this is a safer way, in my opinion, to invest in multiple electric vehicle companies. And again, we're going to be putting £1,000 in there, including charges. And again, I'm just going to put a buy limit that makes sure it executes. 91% above. Let's just do 2% above. So that is the next thing we're going to be adding to the portfolio. And last but not least, for the individual stocks, is we're going to be adding Google to the portfolio. Now Google, we're going to add a little bit more to Google. We're going to do 1,500 to Google, including charges. And that will buy a total of 5 shares for 1,340. Next, I want to increase my current holding of Apple. You can see Apple, we currently have 5 shares, and that is £553 invested. And I'm actually going to add, what have we got in there? I'm going to add another 1,000 to Apple. So I'm going to click on Apple. We're going to add 1,000 to Apple. Now it may look like I'm speeding through all of these, but these are decisions and choices that I've been researching for quite a while now. That only buys 4. We want to try and buy 5 to double my holding. But yeah, I have been number of shares. There we go, and that'll be easier. 5, get quote. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, like I was about to say, it doesn't look like I'm rushing through these, but this is obviously big money that's being invested in the stock market right now, and the decisions have not been made lightly. These decisions have been researched and made over a number of weeks on the build-up to filming this video. But what we're going to do, the last and the final thing we're going to be doing, is we're going to be adding to the Vanguard FTSE Global All Cap Index. Now this index fund tracks around 7,000 different companies. If we scroll down, you can see it actually tracks, where is it? 7,495 different companies. So really, really diversified. So that is why the majority of this money is going to be going into that. And we've got 15,000 left to invest. And we're going to invest £5,000 into this one. This is the main holding. This is the one I'm going to be adding to every single month. So you can see 5,000 will go into there, and that will leave roughly 10,000. Now that 10,000 that is left in cash in this ISA will be slowly added to this exact fund. Now I'm not exactly sure what date yet, but I will pick a date, and every single month it will be added on the same date. So I'm going to divide £10,000 by how many months we have left until we hit April 2027, because that's when the new tax year starts. And I'm just going to add that amount every single month to this exact fund. And what that does, that protects me a little bit from any crashes. If I was to add this entire £15,000 right now into this fund, tomorrow or next week or even in a couple of months' time, we might see a huge pullback and I might lose literally thousands of pounds overnight. Now, in order to not do that, I'm going to drip feed it in. So if we do start to see a crash in the markets within the next couple of months or so, as I'm drip feeding the £10,000 in, I'm going to be capitalising on those drops, because every time it drops, I'm still spending the same amount each month, but I'm getting more stocks for my money essentially. So that is the reason why I'm drip feeding it in. I'm not putting the whole chunk in. So you can see we have some pending orders here, and these will be executed tomorrow when the markets open again. And that will leave me, as you can see there, available balance to invest is £10,000. Now that will be, like I said, added every single month going forward into the global all cap index accumulation. So thanks very much for watching. I hope you found this video interesting. There was a number of people that reached out and said they'll be very interested to see what other investments I have in my portfolio. So that is the reason I decided to share this experience today and just show you what I'm putting my money into. But like I said at the beginning of this video, do not copy what I do. Always do your own research and be very aware that when you're investing in anything, your money can go to zero if you're not careful. So I will do some other updates in the future. I could maybe do one update a month if you'd like to see me adding this to my portfolio every single month so you can keep track of how things are performing. Let me know in the comment section below if that's something you're interested in. But if not, I'll just do another update in April next year once the full amount has been invested and we can see how it's performing. So thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.